mafia, corruption, and abortion, and also an anti-Berlusconi rally earlier this year. He sparked furor by comparing the country's then Prime Minister to, well, Hitler. Berlusconi may be gone, but Umberto's still got strong opinions about his country. He's also got a new book called The Prague Cemetery, set in the 19th century when Europe was in turmoil and the seeds of anti-Semitism were being sowed. It explores the question, can one man, even a despicable man, change the course of history?
Oh, what a treat. Everybody welcome Umberto Eco. Thanks, a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you to you.
444 pages inside the mind of a pretty vile, racist,
repugnant,
terrible character. How many years were you? 6 years inside this guy's head?
Yes, usually my novels take me 6 years, except the Foucault's Pendulum, that it was 8 years. So when I finished the book, my wife read it for the first time and said, now I understand, because in the last 2 years you were so bad.
So
I was polluted by my character.
Simonini, right?
Who hates all the world.
He hates everybody, he acts on it, there's nothing benevolent about his character. There's something about hate, when people have hate in them, that it warms them, it comforts them in a weird way. What is it about humanity there's an openness to that kind of hatred?
Because we continue to think that the main passion moving human beings is love. Untrue. Love is very selective, because if I love you, I want nobody loves you except me. I want you to love me. I don't want you to love somebody else. So it's like that. Hatred is generous. Is warm. Yeah. You can belong to a people where all the people hate another people. Wars are that. That's why from the beginning of the human history there were wars, massacres. Why the powers, the dictatorships do not call for love, they call for hatred. There is an enemy to hate. So I discovered that the power of hatred in the human affair. We are hating people.
Mm-hmm. Well, even the Bible is constructed that way, that God is a selfish God, right? And
well, but in any case, the second episode is Cain, so there is something unpleasant immediately happening with the hatred between two brothers. Not love, because it doesn't appear that Adam loves Eve. They are there, but without...
It's an arranged marriage. He had nothing to do with it.
Yes, it was an arranged marriage.
Adam's sitting there going, I'm not really into freckles, but okay, what are my choices, right?
That's the only one.
So, do you think that the idea of love can be, as a people, we can develop it, we can change ourselves and not be so innately hateful or innately exclusive? Do you think we can learn that?
Well, it's obviously mankind is going up, okay, but don't remember that the one who disturbed too much people speaking of love was crucified.
It didn't work for me. But he came back 3 days later, so it was okay, right? In the end, he did have himself.
No, there is a growth of benevolence in this world. I mean, we are more sensitive to the facts of other people, other civilization, you know. Once, 2 centuries and a half ago, a very enlightened man like Voltaire was investing in the slave market. So for instance, it was absolutely natural and indifferent to sell the black slaves. Today we have a little more, but it doesn't stop for we continue to kill people. Okay,
yes.
Maybe in a more selective way. We have intelligent bombs that kill only innocent people, so there is a selection. But
but they're still a little bit too wide in their selection. I'm really excited to have you here. But it must be bittersweet for you to be on the road at a time when Berlusconi is finally out of Italy, or at least out of that position currently.
You don't understand why I'm so happy, because it was impossible to go around in a congress to present a book, to speak of philosophy. The question was always Berlusconi. Yeah. Now we kicked him off. Finally, I was hoping that I didn't have any longer questions on Berlusconi, but you
I have to do it.
broke the magic.
But here's why. Because with Berlusconi, you get the sense, even he said it, at any moment we could pull the plug. You get with a man that has that much power over the media, that Berlusconi's never really away.
That's the real problem. It is not eliminated because it's enormously rich. He has created a community of yes men around him that now they are furious and they are fearing to lose all their jobs. And he has lost the three national channels, but he has his three channels, so he can always be dangerous. But at least now Italy is represented abroad by a respectable person.
That's a big thing,
That
right?
makes a difference, makes a difference.
Would Berlusconi say things in the past and you'd be like, oh my God, were you embarrassed by the things he had done?
Yes, it's irritating, certainly, certainly. To be abroad and to find people trying to console you. Well,
Well, do you have any advice for the new guy?
no, let's see. He's competent. Let's see what it has been very, very tough in resisting all the seductions and the attempt to make a mixed government. No, he said, what, a technical government? Okay, let's see.
That's all you have.
Then human beings are always all fallible, but let's see what happens.
You need to read the book. It's called The Prague Cemetery. Umberto Eco, everybody. We'll be right back.